So how do you switch between PowerShell 7 and Windows PowerShell 5.1 in VS Code? That is what we're going to learn how to do in this episode. Welcome everybody, my name is Jason Yoder. I've been a Microsoft certified trainer for over 16 years and I've got over 430 classes that I've delivered to thousands of IT professionals around the world. This channel is about the questions I receive in those classes. Now, today we're going to take a look at how we can use VS Code to program both PowerShell 7 and PowerShell 5, the original version of PowerShell, which is already installed on any Windows computer. So let's take a look at VS Code. Now here in VS Code, I've opened it up. Now I do have PowerShell 7 installed on this machine, just to kind of get an idea of which version VS Code is focused in on. I'm simply going to go down here to the command prompt, type in $PSV and press tab. That's going to give you the variable PSVersionTable. Press enter and you can see that I have a version of 7.4. So let's say, for example, that I want to work with PowerShell 5 because I don't have PowerShell 7 deployed out across my entire system. So how do I do this? Because VS Code is focused in on PowerShell 7. Well, this is how we make the change. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create another tab for a separate terminal. That way I can switch between the two of them. So looking down here in the terminal, I'm going to click this little plus button. And now I have two different terminals. And once again, if I do a $PSV, press tab and then enter, I'm going to see that this one is also on PowerShell 7.4.2. That is what we're going to change. So to fix this, I'm going to go up here under View and select Command Palette, or I can just press Control-Shift-P. Now I'm going to type in PowerShell Show and then select PowerShell Show Session Menu. Then I'm going to select Switch to Windows PowerShell x64. Now once it loads, let's check the version of PowerShell that we're using. So once again, I'm going to go down here, do a $PSV, press the Tab key, and you can see I'm doing PowerShell 5.1. To make it a little bit easier for me to know which PowerShell version I'm using, I'm going to rename the tabs that are controlling the terminal. This bottom tab is what is running version 5.1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click this tab, rename it. I'm just going to call it PSV5, just PowerShell version 5 for short. And the other one, I'm going to right-mouse click and rename it to PSV7. Now, when I have the bottom tab selected, I'm going to be in PowerShell 5. When I have the top tab selected, I'm going to be running PowerShell 7. And that is how you can set up VS Code to work with both PowerShell 5 and PowerShell 7. Thank you for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and also leave me any questions you want me to tackle in the comments. Take care, and I'll see you next time.